Hi guys, welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I have another video sponsored by Beducated, and it's all about giving the gift of pleasure this holiday season, which who doesn't need or want more of that? I've been loving this journey I've been on of self-discovery and education. I say this past year, but honestly it's been years and years. Like, I will forever be a student. I love learning and I love opportunities and platforms like Beducated to continue to educate myself on topics that I'm curious about, knew nothing about, whatever it may be. And I love that I got to take a course all about G-spot pleasure on a random Thursday morning thanks to my subscription with Beducated, which you can get to for just $10 a month right now using my code FemmeHead or the link in the description box. So I'll put the information down there as usual, you know? So the course I took this time was by the lovely Aida Lucy. She is a holistic sex and orgasm expert and all around just like a very warm and inviting person. Like, it's very comforting listening to her explain stuff about something I'd thought about but never really thought about, if that makes sense. Like, I knew about, but left it at that. With her course and every course that I've taken on the Beducated platform, it's just been a shame-free zone. Like, there's nothing embarrassing, there's nothing shameful. It's just this like, oh yeah, why wouldn't you? It's like learning addition. Like, why wouldn't you learn how to do these things or learn more about these things? And it's just such a welcoming place to explore and learn. As I've said before on FemmeHead, and she mentions in this course, we're lucky if we get the condom on a banana demonstration in sex ed. And for me, we didn't even get that. There's just so many things that we weren't ever taught that would be so beneficial. And so if you're finding yourself curious or wanting to learn more and to educate yourself about all things sex ed, this is the place for you. And you're never too old, it's never too late to learn about your body and how it works. The course G-spot Bliss was just a fun, quick, easy little course that I took on a random Thursday morning, like I said earlier. So she takes you through the history of G-spot orgasms and squirting, which I just thought something that like random people could do. It was just like a fluke thing. But there's a whole science to it, there's a history to it. It used to be something that was seen as sacred by many different cultures. The female body is amazing and the things we're able to do are amazing. And back in the day, way back in the day, people used to have a little bit of respect for that, be in more awe of what our bodies did. And it was just like, everything from like our menstrual cycle, the ability to get pregnant and give birth, it was just sacred and praised. And I don't know, we don't get the credit we deserve anymore. One fun little fact that I learned thanks to this course is, did you know that women have just as much erectile tissue as men do? I wouldn't have even guessed that. So it's split between our clitoris and vestibules, and then inside of us between the perineal sponge and the urethral sponge. And the urethral sponge, when it is stimulated, it will secrete a fluid into our vagina to help lubricate it, but also it will secrete it into our urethra. And that is where the squirting comes from with a G-spot orgasm. And it's not pee. I never really even thought of it. It was like one of those random things that like you heard back in the day as like growing up. It was like a myth sort of thing. She talks you through the importance of your mindset, the ability to relax, and her recipe for orgasm, which includes breath, sound, and movement. And it's just educating yourself and learning just is such a freeing and empowering experience. And even if it's not like, oh, I want to go out and try to squirt or have a G-spot orgasm, it's just like, wow, my body is incredible. There's all these things to discover and learn about myself, and it doesn't have to be the way it's always been, or it doesn't have to be difficult, and there might be a better way for me to do certain things. It's been a very good experience for me, I think. I used to be a bit more timid and reluctant to talk about sex-related topics. This has really just kind of empowered me and given me the confidence to have these conversations, whether it's on my platform or with friends. Like, I have had such good conversations lately with my good friends about all things sex and pleasure, and like, it's just been such a positive change. I have started reading so many fun books thanks to spicy TikTok recommendations. I have watched TV shows or movies with like steamy sex scenes, and it's so much fun to incorporate it more into your day-to-day life than it having to be this separate perfect scenario that only happens in the bedroom. And I think there's just something about the feminine energy that I think is sexual and sensual, and finding ways to incorporate that into your day-to-day life. Like, I just feel like I'm taking better care of myself. Mentally, I'm doing better, and it's just been a good health change for me, which I wouldn't have ever thought before. Flipping the switch so sex becomes more about fun and curiosity rather than like, am I doing it wrong? Or I shouldn't be feeling these things, I shouldn't be thinking these things, I'm being too loud, I'm not being loud enough, I'm not saying the right things. Like, rather than like worrying about the performance you're giving, to just enjoy it and have fun has just been a very freeing thing. And it just makes life more fun. So whether it's for you, a loved one, or a friend that you have that kind of relationship with, you can give the gift of pleasure this year for the holidays with a gift card from Beducated. You know, get them a subscription. We deserve to understand how our bodies work, understand how our fertility, our sexuality, like everything. I feel like we're raised to feel a certain way, think a certain way, and then when we get married, this switch is supposed to happen, and we're supposed to become these different creatures that are the complete opposite of what we've been raised to be. And it's confusing, it's disheartening, and we have to take it upon ourselves to educate ourselves and to empower ourselves through the knowledge of our bodies. I will stop rambling on. I'll put the links for Beducated in the description box. I can't recommend it enough. 2023, let's continue educating ourselves. I've been having so much fun, and I hope it carries into the new year. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.